In case you thought I'm crazy, no, it's just perceptive. And I'm not paranoid, it's perceptive. That's what it's called. So this bird that has been harassing me for the last, I think, it's got to be at least 2 months now. And yeah, it won't let me sleep. It's crazy. I've been in that same position for a while, for months, and this thing now, instead of doing its little screams, like it's really squealy screams, like it was clearly making a sound that would cap my frequency. So it's got to be like some antithesis sound. It's got to be some antithesis sound to the crown chakra, because my crown was just closing so much. I had to just pierce it and pierce it. So now and the whole time it's been doing the same thing, like stealing the energy. It's about it getting my attention. And I notice this because I'm a meditator, and I notice that I start to literally lean towards it with my physical body. You'll notice that cats in the wild, like I remember this with Oro, he would sit towards the prey, and they start connecting with it, and they discover how animals are and stuff in the dark, right? That's how these little cats, they're so intelligent. Anyway, so it's trying to get me to connect with it, this bird. And yeah, obviously it would be taking the dream time from me. That's why I think it's a little organic portal bird. Now what it's doing now, instead of just the squeals, so what happens is, this is the same thing that happens with organic portals. As soon as when you're concentrating on the environment, and then you go into meditation, and your focus kind of goes like that, and it closes into the third eye, and everything, all the stress flows out. Your nervous system clears, right? And on your nervous system is light and information. So instead of directing this light and information inward, this bird and all these organic portals, actually what they're doing is redirecting it to them. So then again, your attention's all spread out into this world and mainly at them as a direct channel of this higher numinous light. And even it would be physical phenomenous electrical stimuli as well. So instead of just squealing like it used to go when I'd move and get comfortable, say you switch sides or something, and then you're like, like you switch sides, you're like, you let go, and you let go into the third eye, and you start dreaming and rapid eye moving and REM sleeping. It's like rerouting that. Instead of it going inward on me, it's going to the bird. That's the same what organic portals do. That's why it's so hard to sleep around them. I talked about that years ago, but it's interesting. This is a little bird doing this, and it won't stop. It's absolutely been harassing. But now, instead of the sounds, which, once I'm like traveling inward, right, does the sound, and then your focus, your attention goes back to it. And you feel this on your nervous system, especially when you're sensitive like me, a meditator, a grounder. I know what's going on. It's interesting. You can talk about this on the molecular level, like I've talked about this on the ionic level before, positive and negative charge. Anyway, so instead of squealing now, I'll like start resting, drifting off, drifting inward, and then it'll drop something. It's just sitting above my tent. It'll drop like a little leaf, and it'll scrape on the tent, and make that sound, and it gives you heart palpitations. So what's the heart palpitations doing? Clearly the heart palpitations are creating chemical cascades. It's literally energy harvesting me. Well, when your cardiovascular system pumps, you start to get brain activity and chemical cascades, and fear oriented too. It's because it's flight or fight. And he's making me go into flight, and he'll literally like do a little flight from one branch to another right above my head. So you hear the wings flapping. He changes all the sounds. So it'll be like drop a seed, plonk. Flap his wings real quick. So, oh fuck, you know, like it startles you. And he'll change the sound. The leaf will go psst. So he's like sitting there like biting the fucking leaves at the exact right time. I think it's a she, by the way. I think it's a female bird. But it's sitting there and biting the leaves like at the perfect time, or biting the seed or a little branch, so a branch drops. You say, oh, are you sure you're not imagining this? No, because then it will fly off. Then it will do a little squeal. And it rotates through its sounds. And it's been months of this every night. So I'm very sure, very, very sure. I just want to put it on record because it's amazing. You know, over all the years I've stayed in stealth camping positions, this has never happened like this. So it's interesting because this is the first time I seem to have gotten so deep in the bush that no one's around me. And it's weird, you know. I had something similar happen in that camping Periopolis. It's as their vibration goes down and they've, you know, the Black Alliance is not getting any energy anymore. And so they're seeking it just cross horizontally from us. But even more, you know, that's why I think it's worse these days. And it's even more unconscious for people. This animal though is doing it very consciously, and it's just, I mean, this is fucking all night long. Like, I am getting some sleep, I'll drift off, but I can tell every time I'm waking up, because of how sore I am, how sore the top of my head is, this, that and the other, I can tell that I just got woken up by like a little noise or a bang. So it's doing it like all night, man. It's completely controlling my frequency and then extracting the energy on purpose. Completely controlling my frequency control. It's the same thing that happens around organic portals. I can sleep if there's fucking raging music because I'm going inward and I want to sleep. They can't sleep around outside noise because there is no inner light to mask it or go over it.